Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Canada Cup Season 6. We're here with some tiebreakers, surprise coverage. It's Sayori filling in for Mott, and we're joined by Sir Action Slacks as the co-caster, Mod Packs on the stats, and of course Pimp Muckle, the master at the helm, doing the obs, as well as the production for the beautiful stream tonight. We've got 3 best of ones to end this tiebreaker Slacks, and oh, what a glorious night it will be. Boreal Esports, the only team to bomb out of Group D, going 0-3. First up, we've got Shazam versus the Slayers of Gods, and then after that, they'll be facing off Team Not Today. So, buddy, friend, comrade, good word, man.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. I don't know who I'm replacing tonight, but certainly somebody, I hope.
Purge, I guess. If I'm Mott
Purgy.
and we're going by the normal standards, you're Purge today. So congratulations on your promotion. There,
Hey,
Slacks.
guys. The Slacks here. Shazam and Gyrocopter. What a band. Let me tell you a little bit of analyticals about Gyrocopter here. Big band this patch. Good farmer. A lot of flat cannon, a lot of gyro. He's got it all going on, Sayori. I can understand that for sure.
Yeah, he does have a lot going on, and always a bit peculiar when this much time is burned during the first bans. I wonder if Slayer of Gods are perhaps DC'd or something. Nothing in chat, so we'll just hold steady here and see what they come up with. Now, there is also another set of tiebreakers. I guess there's a little more Canada Cup nonsense we can talk about here since not much is happening in the draft yet. Group C, Complexity went 3-0, so they will move on, and then the rest of those bad daddies are all tied up 1-2, the Power Friendship Team, Archon, and the Void Boys. So those tiebreaker matches will be happening sometime after Christmas. Not sure what the exact schedule is going to be for those, but everybody's getting tucked in for family time. Family time. That was my combination of family and mafia. That's what we're doing, man. We're gonna get the family time, the mafia time, best of both worlds.
There you go. Doom is Doom still good, Sayori? Oh wait, I'm the analyst. Doom is
Doom's
He's still very good. His new ability, some would say it's broken. I don't know about that, but still a very strong hero. Surprising that he's in captain's mode, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, especially since they took so many other heroes out that had pretty similar degrees of changes, but he's still annoying. It's one of those heroes that can shut down anyone. You know, that's kind of the name of the game. So a lot of teams don't like playing against him. Tusk and Slardar, no big surprise there. And the first pick's Darkseer for Shazam. I always love the beginning of a patch, Slacks. It seems like anything is possible. The sky's the limit. These teams could just be right on the cusp of breaking through on the horizons of a new strategy.
Wow, that was beautiful, man. It's true, though. Nobody knows what the new strats are going to be, and I'm not familiar with the Darkseer first pick strat, but you know, he's not so bad. He's got the vacuum, he's got the wall. This guy's ready to party, so, yeah. Do people pick him first a lot, Sayori? Is that something that people do?
I mean, sometimes ROTK comes to mind. That's a guy that likes himself some early Darkseer. It's hard to say. I'm not sure what this NA team has in mind. They could do something like the Darkseer Spirit Breaker combo. Get that Ion Shell on your Space Cow cruising across the map. Okay.
Across the map.
But first pick Magnus, I think that's almost more surprising. Magnus Juggernaut. This reminds me of 2 patches ago. The old Empower on the Juggernaut, stack up some Ancients, give him the Chop Chop in the jungle, and watch him power farm to his heart's content.
Oh, but Sayori, you have not seen the Magnus Scepter, though, have you? It is unreal, dog. Put on that Empower on everybody. Juggernaut be slicing and dicing. It is pretty good stuff. And there's an Invoker, too. You're right. That's pretty reminiscent of 2 patches ago. I'm pretty excited.
Is it actually good, the Magnus Aghanim's, or are you joshing?
Baby.
What do you think?
I'm not joshing you, man. It's pretty darn sick. It's pretty noticeable, the power difference that he gets along with that Aghanim Scepter. I guarantee you, I bet you 1 smooch to a pretty lady in the chat that it is definitely going to get picked up.
Reserve time.
Muted in Dota2TV. Jesus.
Yep, you want to toggle that open mic there, champ.
Alrighty.
Sure you can handle it. Don't
Sure,
worry.
sure.
Well, alright, Aghanim's Magnus. I would love to see it. Magnus and Darkseer are 2 of my favorite heroes to watch, just because of their capability to make the big plays, man. They've got that to suck them in and then blow them up kind of a thing. The wombo to the combo. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, and can't wait to see it in action. I love that Wombo, and I want to see some Invoker so bad. I mean, it's been so long. He's such a fun hero to watch. Sunstrikes, the attack, the magic.
Well, it always begs the question if it'll be Exort or Wex. If they go Eggsword, I think they might. They need some kind of
Radiant
setup for
team
that
back.
Sunstrike. Darkseer is not really the best. Set them
Yeah.
up for the big damage.
I don't know.
Radiant
That's
team
vacuum into
pick.
Sunstrike, man. We're gonna be hooting and hollering if that happens. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
that's so easy to pull off. That's such a
It's-
reliable. Like, hey guys, let's pick Darkseer Invoker first so that we can vacuum some bitches into Sunstrikes. It's
Whatever,
gonna be off
Zyori.
the heezy.
When that
You know, I
shit
mean,
happens,
that is cool if you can do it, but that's. You know,
Whatever.
you're like.
Oh, baby.
Whoa, whoa.
Dire team
Welcome to
Alright.
Pub Dota. We got a punch.
Yeah, really. So we've seen the Ether Lens, right? I'm sure you've been playing some Dota. That little guy that increases spell damage and makes his
Yeah.
hook that much longer. Pudge is dirty, man. I'm glad he's getting picked up. I'm surprised he's third picked here. That's the part that really jumps out at me. I still think he's like fifth pick, pocket pick kind of material. I guess okay against the Darkseer, hook him in, give him the dismember. Can't run away. Same with
10
Invoker.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, man. Pudge is back 100%. He's almost in every pub game again. Is
5
that how you say it?
seconds
Aether
remaining.
Lens? that-
How do you say it?
I don't know. I don't even remember. After you said it, that's how I'm gonna say it from now on.
Ether Lens, I guess you could say. We were talking about it the other day. Aether, Ether,
Aether.
Ether,
Athers?
Ather Lens. Hey, I got the Ather Lens.
I'm gonna take a trip over to the Atherlands. Get me a nice a wisp. Oh my God, it's
Ather-
Io.
Radiant team pick.
What is
I don't
this?
fucking know, man. I just YOLO it every time. I'm
Right.
really not sure. I haven't been corrected yet, so I'm just going with it. There hasn't been a front page thread on Reddit about it, so I've just been doing my own thing. That's how I roll.
Attaboy. Yep. I don't ever do anything unless Reddit tells me it's right. So that's a good way
Well-
to live your life.
Shazam's not messing around, man. The Wisp, the Energy Ball, has been third picked here. Always a fun hero to see.
10 seconds
Curious what they'll
remaining.
pair it with.
Yeah. What are you thinking, man? Tiny's still pretty good this
5
batch, is he not?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think Tiny could be fine. I would have said Gyrocopter, honestly, but
Really?
But
But
well,
he's been banned, son. Pay
I
attention,
know.
Zyori.
I know. That's why I would have said it, but you know, I think CK is also a pretty good option. They have a lot of AoE clear with the Magnus, especially if he goes Ag, so CK might not be the best option here. There's also still an Earthshaker in the pool, though. They could fifth ban it out. Yeah, I mean, why not go for a Tiny? It's pretty solid. Give you a little bit of disable.
Oh.
Ooh, Wisp Bristle.
Radiant team ban.
Blast
Other-
from the past extreme here, Slacks.
Yep. Another interesting Ags upgrade that I haven't seen in motion yet. The
So-
new Bristleback Ags.
This Aghanims is one that I saw on the patch notes and instantly thought,
Dire
that is
team
awesome. I'm trying that. That was the first thing that I tried after seeing the patch notes. Not as good as you would think. Reminded me a
Really?
lot of Undying when that change happened. Everyone was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And then you play it and you're like, okay, great. I still have a lot of strength. It's really good if they're kind of stupid, but I don't really have anything else going on for me, and you have to farm a few more items, and it just is lackluster overall. This one is kind of the same. Bristleback needs a lot of other items, and you have to be pretty far ahead to be just balling that far out of control that you're just stopping off for an Aghanims and you're still an item and a half up on somebody. I think something like pairing him with an Alchemist could be cool, because the Ags helps, but he still needs to get all those other items to get his momentum going. But we'll see. Slayer of Gods with
10
Disruptor. Nice
seconds
counter to the
remaining.
Wisp. Classic. Pretty good against the Invoker and Darkseer as well.
Yeah,
5
I'm really liking
seconds
Slayer of the
remaining.
Gods setup so far. I mean, they've got everything
Yeah.
they need. They got the team
Very
fight.
conventional lineup.
Yeah.
Reserve
Fight,
time.
the out of the team fight, the pickoffs, the counter team fight, the Juggernaut for everything. It's pretty good. Shazam's kind of carefully plan where they go in and how they do things, I would believe. So, very interested to see what their last pick's gonna be. If it was me, of course, I'd go with that classic puck pick right here.
I mean,
Hard
a shaker could be pretty good. They're lacking on stun. Good
Yeah.
team fight to pair with the Darkseer.
Oh, I love this kind of Dota though. This is my favorite kind of
Um,
Dota. This is Dota I understand.
Yeah.
Guys
They need
that
some
go
kind
in
of
there
control,
and kill
though.
shit. That's it.
A Lion could be okay. Bane, he's been banned out.
Oh, Venge. You like Venge?
Yeah, sure. Venge could work. Great synergy with the Bristleback, some minus armor. Nice swap set up. Also a stun. Go
I
for
don't
it. Gives you some good scouting against the Magnus also.
Well, Shazam sure is taking their time. 13 seconds left, Zyori. Roll the drums.
10
How many
seconds
lame
remaining.
Shazam jokes are we gonna make during this cast, Slacks?
5 seconds
Are you gonna be able to
remaining.
resist the urge?
Probably not, man.
Damn!
Let's do
Wow.
it every time they go.
Witch
Oh, yeah.
Doctor! yeah. Now, this is really interesting because one of the things about the Bristleback Aghanims upgrade is not just the AoE slow, but also the AoE minus armor. And, well, Witch Doctor's ultimate doing that physical damage, I don't know, kind of an odd synergy. But if you get an Aghanims, if you rush the Ags on the Witch Doctor, you have a little bit of space to farm, some jungle stacks, and the Bristle gets an early Aghanims, that could be pretty devastating in these mid-game team fights, Slacks. I don't know.
I have to agree with you. So why do you gotta talk to me like that?
I don't know. I
That
can't
could
help
be
it.
pretty devastating.
Because when I'm sitting here looking at my Dota screen, I'm imagining a just giant picture of you hanging as a portrait above the computer, and that dopey smile you got going on. And
Whatever.
I can't help it. But sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
wait,
I'll
I
try to be more
recognize-
professional.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. I breed professionalism.
Yeah, I
breed
know.
it. All right, Shazam. I didn't know that this was the Ritsu stack. That's great.
I mean, yeah, their names are only there on the side of the draft. I don't
Whoa,
know.
Jesus! Why aren't they named? Didn't they have a funny name before, like Ritsu?
The High Warlords of Wizardry and Mason, and I don't know. Yeah, they change their minds and what they want to do and who they like every day, multiple times a day. I can't keep up, so I don't even try anymore. They were both named Ritsu. I don't know if Ritsu is actually Ritsu. It could be Ritsu and Mason are tagged, flip-flopped, if that makes sense. They're all sort of tricksters along those ways, so I'm not sure. Brax, was he an old chicken? Is that what's happening here? Brax, old
I like
chicken.
Brax. Brax is a cool guy. He left some stuff at the hotel at Frankfurt, and I went into his room and took all of it.
Oh yeah?
So,
What kind of stuff are we talking about here? Was it a big score?
Not too good. It was just a couple of those little figurines, about 6 of them. I told him I'd mail them back to him, but I never did. So
Nice.
here we go.
Lamb, dude. What a put down.
Should we talk about the teams here? What do we got here?
Yeah, sure, man.
introduce
I
teams
was going to ask you, what do you think about old Nyx Assassin? That's an underloved little bug if I've ever seen one.
Whew, I sure do hate him. Hate Nyx Assassin. As a support player, he's the bane of my existence, but I don't know. I've seen him picked up a lot since the patch hit. The Agnum's still pretty gosh darn OP, pretty good stuff.
The Agnums is good. I wouldn't say it's OP. I think it's annoying. It's cute. It's
Cute.
That's a good word for it. I mean, there have been too many games where I'm like, oh my god, the Nyx Assassin. It's annoying. It makes it easy to hold the high ground. You know, you're kind of a lurker defending the tower. But I think it's really the mana burn. That's one of the things that makes him so appealing, especially against this lineup. This is a really heavy int lineup, and that thing is going to scale well into the late game. And even Bristleback, he's got big mana issues, buddy. Even though he's low on the intel, still being able to zap half his mana makes a pretty big difference. So we'll see Shazam rotate through the enemy jungle early on. Vulcan, he's getting pinged out. They're like, get back, Disruptor, you silly bastard, through the tree line. Clutch plays here. He'll ride the Raptor to safety right next to his buddy. The Juggernaut here as they push Ritsu back. No first blood will be shed, at least not yet, Slacks. 20 seconds till the runes spawn. Vulcan getting a little bit of vengeance love tap here on the backside of the Witch Doctor. They're coming out swinging. I like this. This is the kind of NA Dota I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, looks like nobody from Team Slayer is thinking about getting that rune. Shazam's pretty adamant about that bottom rune. Oh, wait a second, Vaughn! He wants to take a look, and he says, a little too spooky for me. They're going to secure that top rune. Disconnection, though, from the Pudge. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Question marks.
Already, Ritsu is getting steamy.
Steamy?
Look out. The heat is rising. The blood is boiling. We're at 0-0 in game 1. We've already got question marks. Go? Ready? 4v5? I hope you're ready, Slacks, because the flamethrowers are coming. They brought extra canisters of kerosene and everything. They're ready to... Hey, by the way, speaking while we're paused here, I saw a video today of the slow motion guys in Steve-O with Steve-O doing a backflip and then breathing a fireball to pop a giant balloon of water hanging from a tree. It was the most badass thing I've seen in a few years, I think.
Cool story, man. That's pretty rad.
Okay, well, thanks, Slack.
What do you want me to say, dude?
I want you to say, cool, that's a really funny thing you saw on YouTube.
Cool.
Let me tell you about another funny thing I saw on YouTube.
Here's something funny that I saw. Ritsu Stack's win rate was...
That's harsh, dude. That's really savage.
Yeah. Let's talk about Slayer. We've been talking about these Ritsu guys for a while.
What do you got here?
Some great dudes on that team.
Yeah. Some real great dudes. Van used to play on Not Today. I recognize him. I think he might have attended one of the summits. I think the Summit 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed he did.
And of course, Z-Talk, Team Unknown. I I think we'll recognize him from the recent Frankfurt Major. Ah, the late, great Frankfurt Major.
Where all the young starlets hang. Vulcan. Where's he from, Zyori? Give me the skinny on Vulcan.
I recognize the name, but I actually don't know. It is spelled different from the betting site, though, which is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
You're so good at that.
Don't forget the
what
promo
fact?
code, guys.
Yeah.
What is the promo code? Just Canada Cup?
Canada Cup, I believe.
I wasn't prepped for this, guys. It wasn't on my stat sheet. Wait, it's under the Twitch. Guys, there's a button under the Twitch channel, promo code Canada Cup. If you find yourself...
Alright, here's some stats about Vulcan for you. For one, big Disruptor player. Loves playing that. And he's also on Team Slayer. So,
Jesus.
pretty good stuff.
I do really like Magnus, though. I'm excited to see what item build he goes for, because Magnus usually goes Blink, Arcane, maybe Arcane, Blink, Force, and then what do you go after that? Usually AC, sometimes not always. I guess Vlad's isn't that bad. The Ags is a nice next pickup there. Something check. I guess Refresher is also in the mix. You know, do you prioritize the Ags over a Refresher, for example? Do you prioritize it over the Force Staff? All questions, Slacks. Answers to come.
Yeah, that will soon be answered here on Dota 2.
Well, you ever read those books when you were a kid where you read a chapter and then you go down the different pathways?
Yeah,
and you
choose
skip
your own
ahead?
adventures. Yeah.
What are those called?
Choose your own adventure books.
Choose your own adventure books. Yeah, I was always baffled at how they work, but a fascinating invention. I'll tell you.
I always cheated. Whenever I
happened to
died,
those?
it was like, go back to the beginning, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I never made that choice. That's how I wish my life really worked. What a missed hook! Ho!
Okay.
By the
Z-Talk, though,
skin
he's
of the
showing him.
cape.
Zoning hook. He'll start with that. What do you think about Fairy Fire here, Slacks? Because Mott has a particular disgust for the Fairy Fire item.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. Last broadcast he said he was lightening up a little bit, and he's starting to come around, but still thinks it's a pretty shitty item, not worth the value. But old Pudgy's picked it up here.
Oh!
Whoa, Daddy!
Missed another
Hook in the
hook.
mid. Almost.
God, I love watching Pudge. I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent about fairy flies. It's named after a fairy, so I don't know. I'm already kind of against it right that. Ever seen that movie Fern Gully? Jesus.
Actually, no. I managed to miss that one. I know of it, but I never sat down and watched that fairy bullshit.
That movie disgusted me. I used to love it. It was my favorite movie when I was a kid. I went back and watched it as an adult, and I'm like, this is horrible. This is the worst movie ever. And it really ruined my childhood. Cause,
Well, interesting laning here from Shazam. Aggro tri-lane. Wisp, Witch Doctor, Bristleback, some pretty serious kill power here. Might get that early point in the viscous nasal goo.
Yeah,
There's like kill power on both sides, though. I don't know.
I don't. What are you thinking about this? You like these lane setups here? You think? I mean, it's gonna be a pretty rough lane for Shazam, even with this aggressiveness coming out from him. Could they get a kill here, though?
Coconut's
Probably
going
not.
crazy. Oh,
Ooh.
Vulcan sets it up with a nice kinetic field there. Boxes him out so his Pudge stays safe. But this tri-lane is really important, and that's usually the case. There's 6 heroes in one lane. Of course, it's going to be really big. But Wisp as well as Pudge are really experience-dependent heroes, especially in the early game. Both of them hitting level 6 turns them into a completely different hero. Though we'll hold that thought. Hook here onto the Witch Doctor. Coconut may come flying. Nope, we'll hold on to it for now. It's Vulcan with the kinetic field to box him out. And again, Pudge will get away. A successful hook, but the follow-up damage just not quite there. Juggernaut sitting in the lane trying to rack up the last hits while everyone else dances around in the jungle.
What a
Vulcan,
deadly
the
dance
fancy
it be.
footwork. Slacks, the Coconut.
Oh! He's going for the double damage. What's happening? Why is he doing that? Is he going to turn it around? Could this be the sickest play in the world of
Go for the
Dota?
deny and Roche. I don't know if he
never
can do it.
happen.
Can
It
he
will
time
never
it
happen.
right? Can he
Just-
time it right? Oh, God, it's a stalemate. They can't do it. First blood drawn by Team Slayer.
What a play. What a play. He stared into the face of death and he waited and it just never came. We all been there.
Yeah.
All been there.
Oh, yeah, baby. Well, a noble effort. Space created, as they like to say, at least pulling them far off into the corners of the map. Bottom lane looks like Juggernaut as well as Bristleback still just racking up last hits and dead even at that. Let's check in on the other lanes here, Slacks. Magnus, Invoker mid. Looks to be a pretty even spread here. Good news for the Magnus. Schofield having a pretty good time. Oh, down bottom, Pudge. He'll get initiated on, and that'll be the end of him. Easy peasy.
By Pudge. Well, pretty interested. I mean, it's really anybody's lane down there. They have a lot of aggressiveness coming out from both sides on that bottom lane, but how we doing on top? Who's winning that bad boy? We haven't talked about that at all.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit more of a boring matchup. Nick's one of the better heroes to deal with the Dark Seer. You can get free stuns whenever you want with the Spike Carapace on the Ion Shell, and Nyx has just a lot of natural regeneration. So he's really well suited to deal with all the damage spam of the Dark Seer. So, yeah, getting some decent last hits, good experience. Dark Seer farming well per normal.
All right, more action at
It's
the
a
bottom
pretty
lane.
boring
Another
lane,
miss.
Slacks. Yeah, down bottom is where it's at.
Oh, I'm going to call that the Purge lane. That's going to be the boring lane.
Harsh, dude. Savage. Van in a little bit of trouble. Oh, if that coconut had bounced, it would have been a surefire kill. They might still get him. One more set of quills from the Bristleback will secure it. They're going to dive this tower, though. Ritsu thinking about the big boy. Oh, the hook falls a little bit short. Z-Tog trying to make it happen. Now, Disruptor with the glimpse back onto Witch Doctor. Rot coming on out. They're going to get at least one here, but Ritsu still in the mix. Will finish off the Pudge. Now a 2-for-1. They're going to dive Vulcan under the tower, it looks like. A few more quills, and Vulcan will feel the pain of the mighty Bristleback. The pain
Say it
has
with
been
me,
felt.
Zyori. Shazam!
Oh, God. Damn.
Is that good?
That was good try. Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
Oh, but Magnus is here. He's got the broom and mop and bucket. That's what I was trying to say.
What?
God damn it. I was gonna say make a clean it up joke with the mop and bucket, but I completely butchered it. Pudge with the hook.
Good
Ow,
lord!
It's off the mark, like my English. Eek. This is
Just
crazy,
once-
Slacks. It's a rumble in the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's a rumble all
Gofield's
over
in
the place.
trouble.
Shazam! Another kill.
MSS.
Look at that.
Takes him down to Chinatown.
Good lord. Oh, he
now
finally
the
got a
from
hook!
Pudge.
Yes! And
Oh,
goodbye,
wow.
little wisp.
All right,
Bad
brings
day.
down the little guy, but it is definitely Shazam to get the most out of this. Haste rune for Van. Oh my gosh, it couldn't get worse for Ritsu. No mana for the Pudge hook, but he's got the magic stick. Oh my, he's going to be in some trouble here. He did the math. He's got enough mana for the hook, but can he make it happen?
Oh,
smashing
could
happening
be
up in top
good.
lane as well.
Top lane as well. Oh, he's down. And meanwhile, we go to the top lane, and oh no, old chicken under the tower. This could be very bad for chicken. One hit, he's out.
That was
What
really
a
close,
massacre!
actually.
Oh no. It's the old. His name's Old
Brax.
Chicken. It's Brax. Well, if he wants to be called Brax, maybe his name
It's
should be Brax and not Old Chicken.
But that's
I don't
but,
give
you
a
know,
shit.
he
Name
does that
yourself
to
what you
confuse
want to be named.
So, well done, Slacks.
I'm not going to judge him. If he wants to be called Old Chicken for the game, that's what I'm going to call him.
Do
I
it.
let
No,
people-
please. Now you know
Good.
the challenges we face here as humble casters, Slacks.
I'm going to
It's-
call him
it's
Brax
difficult.
Chicken, so he can have a little bit of his personal identity and his old one. You know.
All right, Slack. So there's one thing that's for sure. Team Shazam has a pretty solid lead set up for themselves. We'll see Van and Ritsu go blow for blow in the bottom lane. That Blade Fury just kind of tickling against the Bristleback while he spams out those quills. Meanwhile, up top, Nyx Assassin barely going to walk away here as Witch Doctor caught inside of the kinetic field. He'll turn, trying to heal up,
Ooh.
gets aggressive under the tower. It'll cost him his life. Vulcan now getting dove by the old chicken.
Brax
Brax will give it
Chicken!
to him. He knows he's hungry, and he's giving him the old chicken that nobody wants. Now back towards the bottom lane. Oh boy, Magnus, he's going hard onto Ritsu, but it's MSS with the tether and the heals. And that'll be the end of it. They'll just let him walk away. This Bristleback is just one tanky mother. My
Jesus.
golly.
This is like World War III in here. There's just action all over the place. What's wrong with these
Actually
people?
madness. I
Calm
don't know.
down. Good God. All right,
No.
middle lane.
Radiant's middle tower.
Little bit of
Mason
action.
is making out like a bandit, though. He's gone cost Wex. He's just been sitting back farming. Looks like he's going to go hand to Midas, and he's going to have it at a great timing here. Already has his phase boots. This is really going well for Shazam. Remember we were talking about that whole experience thing early on? It's been surprisingly even. MSS halfway through level 4 on the Wisp. Looking at the Pudge, Z-Talk halfway through level 4 as well. They've been keeping pretty even despite all the skirmishings. Now in the bottom lane, Nyx Assassin making the rotation. Another strat pause coming out from Slayer.
Oh yeah, there goes Juggernaut. That's not good. But what do you think's gonna happen here? We got Nyx deep in, Secret Agent Nyx.
I
To
think
pop out
he's
in any second?
gonna collect the intel. He's gonna pull out the scouter, realize the power levels are too high, and he's gonna have to turn tail and run for the tower.
Will
I don't
he-
think there's any hope of getting a.
I don't know,
maybe he
man.
could burst down
Look at that
Witch
Witch
Doctor.
Doctor. Look
You
at that
think?
little monkey. That monkey don't know what's going on. He's ready for death.
Yeah, but how does he get out? His TP's on cooldown. He's got to there's absolutely at best you trade 1 for 1.
He doesn't get out. Like
It's
James
just
Bond.
pure man mode. You just
goes
think,
in-
okay, Wisp doesn't have
Yes.
tether.
True.
I mean,
That's how you Nyx Assassin, man. He's not called Nyx Scouter. He's called Nyx Assassin. He's gonna kill that guy. I bet you.
Nick Scouter, man.
The Nyx Scouter. Anyway,
out.
what the hell's going
Invoker's
on
really
here?
racking up farm, though. I think that's the scariest thing. He's already #1 on net worth by a pretty nice margin, 1K up on the leading farmer of Slayer. He doesn't even have the Hand of Midas yet. That is a sign that Invoker's going to be a lot of control. Mason rocking the Harry Potter hat, going to Hogwarts.
Damn. Were you a big fan of Harry Potter?
I liked it. You know, fun fact, I didn't read the books, so I saw some of the movies at midnight. I saw the Half-Blood Prince, the one where the big spoiler happens when Dumbledore dies. That was crazy, actually. Like being in the movie theater at 2 in the morning, exhausted, just like, holy shit, I had no idea. That was being the only person in the room that actually had no idea at all, had yet to be spoiled that Dumbledore dies. To the hand of Big Bad Snape, dude. Come on, it's over. It's
Okay.
over. Harry
Well,
Potter's
I
been
have
spoiled.
never seen a Harry Potter movie, and now I don't need to.
I know
guess
you have, so just stop it. This is.
I honestly haven't. Oh, look at the next assassin! He's going on Witch Doctor!
He's actually
I'm a
going
fucking
for it, but
genius!
the tether!
Oh,
I
God!
told you it was the tether. Now the coconut, the turnaround. Uh-oh, he's got the spike carapace. Can he do it? Okay, he'll be fine.
boy.
Now Disruptor on his way in. That was manly, though. I have to give him some
Radiant's
bro
bottom
points for that.
tower
That
is
was
under attack.
hardcore.
Love it when I'm right. I'm only right once every month. That's it. Woo! It felt good. All right. Well, I'm pretty sad with the amount of farm that our boys have down here. Bristleback's doing okay, I guess. He's got a circlet. That's a big purchase. But
I mean, Ritsu's doing all right. His farm is pretty good. Don't forget, we're only 8 minutes in, so things are going okay.
that is true.
I
It
think
certainly
for
doesn't seem like it.
I mean, for Shazam, everything is pretty nice. For Slayer, that's where things are getting a little rocky. I think it's good that the Nyx is trying to get active, but he needs to make these kills happen. Instead of going for 1v3, I'm the manliest Nyx assassin you've ever seen scenarios, as we're seeing at the bottom rune, I think he needs to rendezvous with the team. Nice stun on 2. Sets up for the punch. That's 1 down. Now in comes Schofield. Hits 2 with the shockwave. They'll split it up. MSS goes for the Roche Pit. Maybe for a deny, but no. Nyx assassin slaps him with the pincers. They'll get the kill there. Now they're coming back in onto Ritsu. The glimpse sets it up. Hook. That'll be off the mark. It might be enough for Ritsu to get out. He's going to get cocky. He says, nice hook, motherfucker. And he turns tail. He heads out.
Gangsta shit, Zyori. All right.
Dude, that was, seriously, that's what he was saying. Did you see that? That was like, okay, I'm going to die here. No, wait, I'm good. Ah, he hooked him. I'm going to go back and taunt him. One more quill before he ran away. That was a kind of a play, you know?
I like that. If you ever want to be a rapper, I'll be there, buddy. I'll be your hype man.
Oh, God.
That'll
be
be
good.
me all night. All right, bottom lane, we got Ritsu. He's farming away, per the usual. Quills being sprayed and enemies being praying as they coming down, barreling down that lane.
Slayer need to come online, though, man. They need to make something happen. They need to take control of this tempo. They need to put some pressure on Mason. They've got a lot of problems. So far, this Pudge it hasn't been a total disaster, but it hasn't really done that much. All in all, he hasn't made too much space for his team. Schofield's just hanging out in the jungle, trying to kill a couple of stacks here, not that close to his blink. All things considered, doesn't even have his arcane boots yet.
I mean, I gotta be real. This Pudge
Kinda rough.
doesn't even have any items. He doesn't even have a set. Like, how do you trust a Pudge that goes in
Oh,
default
you mean the
mode?
cosmetic item?
The cosmetics? Sweet
That's
Jesus,
true.
he
Yeah,
has
what's going
nothing.
on?
I mean, no faith in that, bro. You
Wait,
gotta
not a
represent
Dota Cinema
something.
fan or something? Come on. What, the Black
No, I'm
Rot
just
wasn't enough
saying.
for you?
You see a skill shot hero with no cosmetics, and he gets a hook!
All right.
Get
Take
him! Get that old chicken, Brax. That Braxy chicken. No, he's out.
What was
Oh!
that stun? Beautiful. We'll finish him off with the mana burn. Old Wispy, he gets hooked now. Eat him, Z-Talk. Eat him. Oh, doesn't have enough mana for the ult. Not going to be able to eat him. Mason comes in. EMP could connect on both. Z-Talk goes for the big plays. He tries to eat him, but it'll cost him everything. Now the Wisp tethers across, hit by a stun. Nyx assassin will be on the run. In comes the monkey, hits him with a coconut, and we're going to take our focus down bottom. Nyx assassin dies up top. Ritsu isolated in the static storm. Kinetic field just barely makes it out, but Juggernaut hits him with an Omni Slash and secures the kill. Bloodbath all over the place, but again, it's the Invoker that makes out big, with Mason continuing to excel. 3 kills, 0 deaths. Hand of Might is completed. 1,500 gold sitting in that wallet. That's some pretty fat squirrel he's got going on, Slacks.
Yeah, they gotta watch out here for Ritsu Youth. I mean,
Oh.
the Invoker is making a lot of dosh.
Yep,
That's Mason, right?
that's Mason.
All right, Ritsu Youth, Mason, Invoker, whatever. He's doing great stuff. A lot of money, but we might see that taking over just a little bit. Volvo, that That change was made quite a long time ago, Pudge.
I
Okay?
don't know what.
Of course. That was about 6 months ago, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Glimpse back from Vulcan. Big plays coming out, but Mason, he just mans up on it, drops the EMP and destroys the Disruptor. The Radiant side starting to fall apart here. Z-Talk now caught in the tornado. MSS rotating in alongside Ritsu. One more set of quills will secure the kill. That's another one on the scoreboard for Ritsu. Nice 2-0 in the mid lane for Team Shazam. More momentum going the way of the Dire. Nyx Assassin, he's on the back line. He doesn't realize that there's a sentry ward down. They pinged him out. They're trying to set the trap.
My god, he's been spotted. The assassin is about to get assassinated. No, he's not. But it would have been cool if he was. So think about that, kids, tonight.
His vendetta expired. They're going to chase him down. They know trickery is afoot. Tornado.
Oh!
It'll connect. They're going to find the bug. But do they have the fly swatter big enough? Mason caught by the stun. MSS will hit him with the balls. Doesn't look like they'll have the damage, though. It is a Quas Wex Invoker after all, so that's Sunstrike hitting for kittens.
I'm gonna be real. It's about reporting time for this Pudge. Where are the hooks? When will the hooks come?
It's
Mr.
really
Pudge?
true, though. It's getting to that point where it's becoming a bottleneck. His farm is just getting worse and worse, and Shazam are pulling further ahead up to a 3K gold lead, 1K experience. Oh! Sidestep here from the Witch Doctor. Fancy footwork. He'll stay alive. Now a big tornado. EMP. Death Ward gets channeled. Interrupted by the Static Storm, but Vulcan taking too much damage. MSS now isolated by the Nyx Assassin. Just barely stays alive as MSS comes in. Mech now used by the Darkseer. It's a disaster for the Radiant as they get the kill on the Pudge. 3 down on the Radiant, all 5 still alive on Shazam. Schofield with no option but to run away. He still has the reverse polarity. He finally buys the Blink Dagger, so maybe he can do something in the next fight. But Magnus, oh no, now he gets caught out. Skewer up in 3 seconds. Cold Snap slowing him down. Wisp Ball's coming at him. It's a dead Magnus. Schofield, what are you doing? Oh, man.
Shazam!
Yep, Shazam. Lax, this could be a quick one, man. I can't believe these are tiebreakers. Shazam's running them into the ground. There's no mercy here.
There is no mercy. A lot of kind of misplays coming out. It seems like Slayer just isn't having it connect like they want to do. The Disruption ult's just not happening. The Static Storm being used not in the proper way. The hooks aren't happening. Where is the RPs? But although it's not looking good now, they have a very teamfight-oriented team. All they need to do is get one good RP with a Static Storm on top of it, so the game isn't over, although they don't have their stride yet. And here's the smoke.
They'll really shine once they're holding that high ground. Once they're bottlenecked in that little area, maybe, just maybe, they can land that trio of ultimates to make it happen. The smoke rotation on the way in. They'll see Mason. If only Pudge had a Blink Dagger, maybe he could catch him. But alas,
Magnus
that won't be the case.
Come on, Magnus. You can make it. Could we? No, he's back with the team. I think the crazy assassin. Will he go for it?
He's in hot pursuit.
Assassination up! Oh, my God!
He actually goes for it. Now the fight breaks out. Static Storm comes down, but Mason, he'll be okay for now. Glimpse back into the Static Storm, though it'll expire right away. Now Mech used by the Darkseer, but RP on 3 from the Magnus. There's no follow-up, though. He just gets killed. Oh, man. Now Vulcan gets destroyed as well. Van, he's going to try to run away, but Death Ward going to chase him down. Z-Talk, he'll move into the tree line, but there ain't no saving you, big boy. EHM, he'll be able to TP home, but 4-0. Oh, boy, Shazam just giving it to him. That was the most manly response to an RP I ever seen. They literally just said, yeah, nice stun, and just destroyed the Magnus all by himself. The coordination was not there, Slacks. I think that about summarizes that one.
Oh, boy. As your analytical caster, allow me to take over with some knowledge right here. What Team Slayer has to do, they have got to get their ward situation under control. They don't have the vision. They've got to get those team fights, and they must know these guys are going for the Roche. So, will they be able to contest that Roche? I mean, probably not.
To be fair, they had brilliant vision in that fight. Look at this guy right here in the bottom lane. That's exactly where that fight broke out. They saw everybody from behind the tower. Uh-oh! Nyx Assassin, you sneaky little devil, walking inside of a ward. They'll drop another one down, and that's just a freebie. Secures the Roche for the Dire side, and insult to injury as Shazam pull further ahead.
Oh boy. This Roshan might spill disaster if they get this. This might be what allows them to break through that high ground. I'm not quite sure though. Hoping not. Hoping we could see the dream of the RP Static Storm Juggernaut combo. but they've got to communicate a little bit better on this team if they hope to get that
Dire's
done.
top tower
Yeah,
is under
and that
attack.
stat with the Nyx Assassin couldn't be more relevant, man. He has fallen apart, and he will give up on his dreams of a Midas. If those were indeed his dreams, they're now memes, Slacks. He's picking up some power treads. We'll see if he can do some sick boot swap and make up for the lack of items he has otherwise. No Force Staff, no Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, the Dire team just getting a little more money going their way. Big ol' ancient fatty stack here. Bristleback still looking pretty nice. Vanguard, Ogre Club, nice Aegis of the Immortal. This is pretty snazzy here. Wisp has Urn. Darkseer
Holy
probably
dude.
gonna have himself some Guardian Greaves soon.
Oh boy.
Flax,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
scared. Player is
Don't
in a
be
lot of
scared.
trouble.
It's gonna be quick and painless death. As you can see from your friend Disruptor, he didn't even get to feel that much pain for that long. He's already gone. Nyx Assassin taken out by that great warding
Oh.
out from Team Shazam. He's gonna be gone too, and this might just be it.
That's a value ward right there. That baby's just about to expire.
Good
That's a
stuff.
kill on the Nyx Assassin.
It's only 20 seconds though. I mean, they got to get through a tower, so they might not be able to take as much as I thought they would be able to. Hopefully
Yep.
they get this out tower though. Come on, boys.
Radiant's middle tower
There
Yeah,
we
I mean,
go.
Right now, Shazam are just so far ahead for 17 minutes. It doesn't really matter if they take objectives or not. Sure, they can push this tower. They could back up and continue farming. They've got map control. They've got a whopping 12,000 gold lead. It's that's about right.
That's it, man. Oh, and a
SNY coming out on the
DC.
bristle. Oh boy.
Hashtag rage quit? Question mark? No. What's their symbol there? Is that the Rocket Man from the 90s movie Rocket Man? No,
Rocket
that's
Man. Is that really their symbol?
look like it, but from a glance.
Well,
Well,
kind of look like that guy.
what do we have to say here about Team Slayer? That's
Flax,
what you
the
get.
good word is it was a noble effort. I think Magnus was an ambitious pick based on how well they've been coordinating so far.
Guys, I have some stuff.
It's
I have
tough. All right,
replays, right?
replay, sure.
Yeah, I'm throwing them out right now anyway, but I'm just like, there is, so you guys asked like, there was a good RP, and why was there nothing happening? I have the replay open right now.
It was
There was
bongos.
this- Yeah, so there was this one thing happening because they dropped a Static Storm on absolutely no one. Static Storm, kinetic field, and then Van just jumps in with a zombie slash, gets like 3 slashes off and dies right afterwards because he just like spins and everyone turns on him. So imagine the Disruptor would have just chilled a bit. This is Stinger, by the way. He was playing in the Not Today squad as well.
Oh,
So, yeah, he was
Schofield
just
is
like-
Stinger?
Imagine, God, I'm watching the replay and it hurts so much, Andrew. You know, like, this was like such an amazing RP. Imagine Static Storm, kinetic field on this one, and they would have actually like destroyed Shazam there. And instead they
What
just
a
get
shame.
wrecked. It hurts. It hurts.
Yep.
That's what you
It's-
get for naming your team after an RTZ meme. Sorry, boys. Sorry, Team Slayer.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, still a little bit of hope here. You know, maybe they'll throw an Ags on the ground and Magnus will buff up his whole team.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
not
definitely
over,
not time
like-
for an Ags. I don't think. I think the Ags train has left the station.
It's not completely over, but it is really getting out of control now. This like the item progression is just completely different. You look at the inventories of Slayer, and Juggernaut is almost about to complete his Battle Fury. That's and they have a Blink Dagger. That's it.
Hey, once that battle, it's only 17 minutes though. I mean, what?
Yeah, but look at
aggression
Shazam. They've got a
coming out.
Glimmer Cape, a Midas, a Force Staff,
Oh, I know.
SNY, Vanguard, a
Just saying, the amount
mechanism.
of
A
The
mechanism,
aggression,
Slacks?
the mechanism. Good God!
Good gracious.
I mean, the amount that these guys have managed to do in 17 minutes, the farm that they're getting, the team fights that they're pulling off, it's pretty gosh darn aggressive. It's scary stuff. We talk about the effigies. Is that
Sure,
something we could do?
which
Kip?
ones do you want to look at?
Can we talk about Radiance Axe effigy?
Sure.
This is the most generic effigy in the world. It's the
Raffle
Axe Dunk
Mayo.
and Raffle LeMayo. Could you get any more generic, please? I mean, come on. That's effigy 101 right there.
Yeah, that's a pretty beat effigy.
And then we have the Templar Assassin. That one looks like she's riding a horse, and it says XD, XD, XD. Gentlemen,
Oh,
please,
she's dancing. Look at this. She's actually dancing.
have some self-respect
No,
for the
Slacks.
love of God.
Oh, whoops. Wrong.
Have some self-respect.
Slacks.
That's not a dance.
She is dancing, for sure.
She's riding an invisible unicorn. I think.
Flax, I'm curious what your effigies look like now.
I don't have any effigies because I'm not artistic, and I don't claim to be. Here we go,
right.
back in the game.
Woo! Pudges reconnect. We're back in it here. So Juggernaut doing a little bit of the split push. I mean, Battle Fury, it could make a difference. Again, if Shazam all clump up and they get some cleave action going on, holding the high ground, maybe the Juggy can power farm with that Battle Fury and go crazy cleave with the Magnus in power. I guess I shouldn't be too cynical. We can still believe. I need to channel my inner Mott here. One of the things I love about casting with Mott is that anytime a team is down, he looks for the most ridiculous ways possible they could come back. Like, it's not over yet. It's only a 30k gold deficit. They could still... The RP is there. You know, he's... Whoa, banana.
All right, here we go. We're pushing the tower.
All right.
That was a banana. And the tower's in a lot of trouble. Boom! Shakalaka. No tower today.
Here we go.
And
the wrap
Shazam!
those slacks. They're going to give him the reach around from behind. Z-Talk hooks his own hero. Oh, no. Not ideal. They're all clumped up. Now the Death Ward going crazy. Damage spraying left and right. There's 2 dead on the Radiant. Now Z-Talk taking a lot of damage from the Wisp. He'll eat a creep to heal up. He's trying to do everything he can, but it's not enough. Schofield falls in the meantime. Pudge, he'll slit his own wrists at the sight of his team being decimated before his eyes. 4-0. Shazam continues to move towards the high ground.
Every time we say it, can we draw a lightning bolt?
Sure.
Shazam!
You do you, buddy.
All right. Down in the bottom lane, tower being assaulted now. Only Juggernaut survives, and Juggernaut says, no thanks. I'm going to go farm. And that will be one lost, perhaps, Rex.
Well, you know what? You got to keep that Centaur population down. If you don't keep him in check, they get out of control, and his teams respond. He's still got his ultimate ready. He's going to come around the backside. Maybe we're going to see the biggest Omni Slash this side of the Mississippi. No, maybe not. He's thinking twice. Barracks exposed. Shazam chipping at him. Incoming HM. Oh, he misses the stun. Not the best start to defend their barracks. Ritsu just doing the big damage to Z-Talk, saying, hook this, I'm a bristleback. What you gonna do, son? Van finally coming in. He's been holding the ultimate. He's ready to use it. Pudge has gone down first. He's splitting the damage across all the heroes. They just group up. They tank it. It just tickles. Van doesn't do anything. He takes the wimpy move. He TP's home. He'll make it back to the well, but his friends won't be so lucky. GG is called, and Slayer leave the game immediately as a triple kill is secured by none other than the Lord, the Savior, Ritsu himself.
Shazam! That's it. We got it. All right, tower, ancient. That was a sad match. I feel sad now.
That was really one-sided.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we see some more.
9-29.
I mean, that's good. I can get a pizza now. The night is young.
It is.
But hopefully we see some more coming out from Slayer. This is a tiebreaker, man. This should be. We should have some good Dota coming up, right, buddy? So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere for Canada Cup. Watch these important advertisements or whatever we do in between games, and we will be right back with hopefully a more crazy game. My name's Slacks. This is Iori. Take us out, buddy. What do we got?
Whoa, we're gonna take a break. That's it.
Okay.
No, okay, hold on. So
what are we doing? Pip Knuckle,
okay.
What do we do?
We're gonna take a break and then we're gonna do a post-game show, alright?
Mm-hmm. Wait, that was a best of one?
Yeah, it's all best of one. 3 best of ones tonight, Slacks. But stick
what?
around, and then the post-game show. It's coming. You won't want to miss it because Slacks is gonna take off his shirt and dance, but there's no webcam, so you can look forward to that.